Hey everyone, Damien to the vid here from the Interdominator once more, bring you a 2 vs 2 War Soulstorm game on the Saints Square map. And yeah, as you can see, we've got the team on the left versus the team on the right. The team on the left consists of Stargod as the Necrons and Final Release as the Tower. And on the right, looks like we've got Emilius Paulus as the Space Marines. And of course, Dead with a couple of plus signs next to his name, I think, playing as a Tower. So yeah, I haven't actually done such commentary in a bit of a while, so it might be a tiny bit rusty. So I've actually been a bit sick over the past few days, but hopefully I'm getting a bit better now. So yeah, just having a look at the opening builds, it looks like the Necron player Stargod is deciding to go for a quick Gauss turret, and yeah, it's actually building quite a few squads of Scarabs actually, so we're not actually seeing any Necron warriors or anything in sight even. So an interesting starting build to say the least. And what do you know, the Gauss turret has been finished, so we'll deny this the stealth suit from that Tower player from being able to capture that. So an interesting first spin by that Necron player. As for what Final Release is doing on the left, it looks like, yep, he's a bit too late to try to capture the middle point here between himself and the Space Marine player, Emilius. And as for Emilius, looks like he's going for a pretty standard build, so he's deciding to go for the Space Marine Commander first, although he does seem to have a... wow, he's got, I think, 4 squads of Scout Marines, so that's something you wouldn't see too often, so certainly come in handy with against melee units such as this Vesper Stingling squad that just decided to pop in, dropped a bit of melee damage. And what do you know, yeah, the stealth suit's actually going to be decapturing that point, and got pretty good commander controlled by this Tower player, certainly bring his Tower commander just in the background to do a bit of damage to the Scout Marine squad while they're being followed around by those Vesper Stingwings. And finally, it looks like the Force commander's come out to do a bit of damage, but what do you know, Final Release seems to have been ready for that. He actually used the pulse ability on him to knock him on his ass, basically. And oh, what do you know, pretty good control by Emilius as well. He's actually bringing a couple of Scout Marine squads into melee with the Tower commander just to stop him from firing his ranged weapon. And at the same time, yep, looks like Final Release will be able to capture the middle, so it looks like nobody's trying to capture the relics yet though, or the actual middle of the map. So, but it looks like Stargod has managed to secure his middle point of an obelisk, and got a bit of harassment happening on the northern side of the map by Dead, so he's just firing a bit with the Tower commander. But what do you know, the Necron Lord has decided to teleport in to cause a bit of trouble like that. And yeah, we've also finally got a second Necron warrior squad coming in too, so yeah, pretty intensive action actually on all fronts really. So yeah, it looks like the Tower commander has been driven off, and it looks like we'll probably have a moment's peace on the northern side. But hold on the phone though, they've actually got quite a bit of back and forth action happening on the bottom side of the map. Looks like the Space Marine player has managed to decap that point, and he's driven back the Tower as well, and he's actually sending his Scout Marines again into melee with the Fire Warriors. So yeah, pretty good control indeed. Fire Warriors are pretty bad in melee, kind of like the Tower Commander really. So yeah, getting them into melee even with a troop that's not really meant to be in melee like the Scout Marine wouldn't be too bad. What Emilius could be doing though is he could be setting his Force Commander onto ranged stance, because at the moment the Tower commander is pretty low on health, so if he just managed to get a few shots off with his bolt pistol, he should be able to take out the Tower commander quick smart. But he managed to take him out with melee anyway, thanks to Final Release unfortunately lagging a little bit behind on his commander marker. So Tower commander, very costly investment in the early game to say the least, and losing that early on is a bit pretty bad as well. What can you do? It looks like the Necron Lord from Stargod has actually, along with some Necron Warriors, actually arrived to the southern portion of the map, and yeah, they should be able to drive off this Force Commander relatively ease. At the same time though, it looks like the midpoint has not been captured yet, which is rather surprising. Just see if there's anything in particular happening at Space Marine base. No, it doesn't appear to be the case. Everyone seems to be in Tier 1 for the time being. Because yeah, just focusing on more attacking. It's a pretty sensible thing to do really on this sort of map. Looks like we do have a bit of an assault happening by Fire Warriors, being supported by the Tower commander from the player on the right. Unfortunately, yeah, they'll get deflected by this good old Necron Lord and these Necron Warriors as well, so doing pretty good damage against them. And Let's just see what else is happening. Yep, so it looks like, yeah, the middle has been captured by a final release the tower player. The Space Marine player is certainly going to be decapping it though. He's going to get spotted by the stealth suits though. I don't know what that stealth suit's really doing there. He's revealing himself. So all this Space Marine player has to get is a a skull probe, and he'll be able to kill it off pretty quickly. But he did decap that point though, so that's good. And now finally will probably start capturing it. At the same time though, we do have a bit of an engagement on the northern side of the map. It looks like this, wow, it's kind of fun. Looks like a bit of a mismanagement there of this stealth suit actually cost him his life, because interesting thing about this, about the Necron side, shall I say, is that's their builder scarabs actually revealed stealth units. So stealth suits are pretty expensive actually, and when your builder unit can reveal them that easily, I mean, you certainly have to be careful as a tower player, that is, when you're actually using them. That's what you can do, having stealth suits so to get torn apart. Fire warrior squads are getting torn apart pretty bloodily actually, but so just that lone one managing to survive somehow. Bit of a flank attack happening by Emilius with his Space Marines and Scout Marines, and is also decided to bring out his Force Commander, but he's going to be forced to retreat though, given the sheer amount of Necron warriors that are being faced.
Keep firing! Keep firing!
And yeah, now we're seeing a pretty interesting use of the phase shift ability by this Necron player. So it's an interesting moment to use it though, because he didn't really have that many squads that were being attacked at the time of using that phase shift ability. But, what can you do? He's actually apparently got the solar pulse ability as well, and yeah, he's just using that to stop this listening post from firing, forcing the tower player to station his troops back. Taking a few pot shots here and there, but really he's not going to be able to save his listening post. But what do you know, it looks like the Space Marine player Emilius has actually sent his Space Marines back. He's up to tier 2, he's apparently got an armory up, so he's going for the regular health upgrades and all that for the Space Marine squad. And yep, he's also going for plasma guns as well, so pretty good choice really given the circumstances. He'll certainly be having to shoot and scoot as it were, when you're dealing with things like Necron warriors and all that. So, although he could have just as easily gone for heavy bolters and maybe just got a vehicle plant down, but it looks like he's going to be going for a bit more of an infantry and commander based route, especially with him going for a sacred artifact and plasma pistols. So he's probably going to get a librarian next. So as you can see, he's got a chaplain out, and yeah, certainly not a cheap unit to get out, to say the least. See if this makes any difference. He doesn't appear to be attached to any squad though, so which is rather unfortunate, because really he doesn't have that much health for a commander unit, even though he's got incredible health regeneration for well, for everyone around him, including himself. But who knows? It's possible that there you go. Anyway, it's possible that Space Marine player Emilius might actually be saving up for a Grey Knight squad. And we finally got an engagement happening on the left tower player's base. Unfortunately, though, Emilius is getting forced back with his Space Marines and his wow, and his chaplain as well. But what do you know? Actually, never mind. That was actually the the Necron player putting down the solar possibility. So yeah, definitely forcing back this both the Space Marine player and the rightmost tower player as well. So yeah, just wow, taking quite a bit of damage there. I wonder if they're trying to split up the army of the leftmost team. I don't think it really do that much, make that much difference really, because it seems that the really both players have got sufficient infantry really to just tear up this well, this rabble of infantry that we have on the south and in the north as well. And apparently got some sort of message to their ally coming from dead. I'm not entirely sure what it says though, because it just looks like a bunch of squares. So he's just talking in some foreign language there, apparently. That's what they can do. So Emilius has, at the very least, managed to keep his both of his commanders alive. Just see what he's going for in his base, actually. Ah, okay, so he's going for the Grey Knights. He hasn't gone for the for the Librarian though, so he probably didn't want to go for it just yet. Want to get the Librarian squad first, but he's definitely going to have to do something quickly though, because this is a very sizable force of Necron Warriors in the rightmost tower play base, in dead space, should I say. And yeah, using pretty good use of the soul possibility, again using it to disable this listening post. So Dead for some reason decided to go with crit carnivores. He's going to do a little bit more than that to be able to repel their assaults. But perhaps, just perhaps, maybe the Necron's attack might get held off. Sorry, with the combination of the Space Marine player defending, I should say Space Marine player flanking, and yeah, the plane known as Dead, should I say, and also attacking. So that's what you know. This tower player final release has actually decided to send his tower commander over, deciding to keep his troops back. So maybe he fears some sort of a counterattack or a sneak attack on his own base. Just deciding to yeah, just to provide fire supports really. So at the moment, though, do have quite a bit of melee combat happening. Unfortunately, we still do have for the right team, that is, unfortunately. We do have Necron Warriors still being able to shoot, and the Solar Pulse ability very nicely placed actually, almost in the middle of both of the armies of the right team, and also disabling the listing post at the same time though, so not too shabby indeed. So yeah, Emilius, not entirely sure what he's doing in that Space Marine squad, but yeah, looks like they're slowly getting winded down. But they should hopefully be able to barely hold off this Necron advance, and yeah, there you go. There goes the teleport by this Necron squad, and the teleport by the Necron Lord as well. So where is he? Oh, there he is. So I should decide to teleport that way. So what do you know? They're actually building an obelisk in the tower commander's base. It's kind of funny. So yeah, pretty good control by the Necron player there, barely being able to hold on to his Necron Lord. At the same time, though, we actually have another engagement happening in the middle. Who'd to think, eh? Between mostly Fire Warriors and yeah, Tower Commander and yeah, Space Marines thrown in. So yeah, it's certainly a pretty ideal position for the sorry, for the Space Marine player to be engaging. It's actually decided to stock up completely on plasma guns, and yeah, from what I can see, it has been almost an entirely infantry centric map, but we are starting to match, I say. But we are starting to see our vehicles come out. First for the Necron player, so nice little destroy coming out, and we've got a vehicle beacon built for the tower player. Nothing yet for the Space Marine player on the right, or the tower player on the right either. And what do you know, we've got another engagement here. It looks like this Space Marine squad is very close to actually getting killed off. I'm just wondering where their chaplain is. Doesn't seem to be anywhere at all. Yeah, it just seems to have disappeared completely. Maybe got killed off, I can't see. Because I noticed also that they don't seem to have their Grey Knight squad out either. And yeah, of course the problem with going with all plasma guns, or at least all plasma guns on one of the squads, is that yeah, you don't really have too much to deal with vehicles. Although plasma guns, in a way, they do soft counter, should I say, yeah, the lighter vehicles, but of course you really do need something much harder when it comes to tackling vehicles like the well, maybe not Barracuda, but you know, more dedicated vehicles such as a well, you know, main battle tank, the Hammerhead gunship, for example, or even the Skyro missile gunship for the tower player. But what do you know? Apparently the Space Marine player has managed to destroy one of the Barracudas. And if they focus fire on this one, they should be able to destroy a second one. But unfortunately, yeah, it's just not to be, really. Yeah, taking a few pot shots at it, but yeah. If it doesn't destroy them, those shots might as well have just been used on the Tower Warriors instead. And there goes the GG from Emilius Paulus, and there we go. There goes that dead as well. So yeah, certainly an interesting game indeed. And yeah, just wish I was feeling a bit better, because yeah, I'm feeling a bit better from when I was sick before, but yeah, I could still feel a little bit better though. But, oh well, screw it, I reckon. Nah, didn't do too bad given that I was a bit rusty. So yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing this video a bit later on. And until that happens, this has been Damien Vidovic signing off.